I'm sure everybody has seen the trend or the videos where it's like, so nice, I've bought it twice, and it's people that have bought the same bag in different prints or different materials. But I have one that it's so nice, I've bought it 3 times with a couple others in between. And I think when you see something that you have 3 different ways, but it's exactly the same bag, I think we have to admit that it's probably my favorite bag. And the bag that I'm talking about is this now vintage Gucci belt bag. So I realize I'm gonna get a little bit of pushback here because there are some people that are going, I'm not gonna buy a belt bag, well, ever. Or, yeah, Paula, I'm talking to you. Or people that are like, I'm not gonna buy a belt bag in 2025. I just want you to think about these things for a second. One, I don't know where you live, but I live in SoCal and I still see the Lulu belt bag on just about everybody, everywhere, all different events. I went to an event at my daughter's school a couple nights ago and at least 12. I think I stopped counting at 12 Lulu belt bags. So it's still very relevant, that particular style, number one. Number two, I think the convenience of it and the fact that it doesn't necessarily have to be a belt bag. You can shorten the strap and you can, well, most people wear it crossbody, but you can shorten the strap and you could even use it. Like I just ran into the pet store to get cat food and I just was wearing it as a shoulder bag. And so if you're really into shoulder bags, you can convert it, and maybe the shape is like a little bit different, but essentially it can be a shoulder bag, it can be a crossbody bag. I guess if it fits you, it could actually be a belt bag. So this bag is no longer made by Gucci. I believe I got this bag maybe probably about 4 years ago now. And this is my oldest one. This is the one that I got originally. It is a fabric, and at one point in time I did a review on it, and then I came back and I did an updated review, and I think it had 1 popped stitch, and it would still have that pop stitch, but I can't find any other damage to it. It looks in remarkable condition. Like not even the hardware is scratched up. This bag can be found on Fashionphile, but I haven't seen it out there much. So if you do happen to find this particular print, I would suggest jumping on it if it's something that you're considering. It is the most comfortable crossbody bag that I own, which is why I had to get it in other colors and styles. So the next one that I purchased, I really wanted the white one. I wanted the white one. I don't like color coordinated things. You're like, wait, what? Yeah, so if I'm wearing a lighter outfit, I would like to have a darker bag, and if I have a darker bag, I would like a lighter outfit. I want something that's gonna stand out. Did I say, yeah, anyway. I wear a lot of black and gray, so I wanted a white bag to go with my black and gray, or not go with my black and gray, depending on how you wanted to look at that. And so the second one I got was this one. It's exactly the same bag, only this one is in leather, and this one is in fabric. They are the same size. They both hold a tremendous amount, but they are essentially the exact same bag. This one I have found for a really good price. Now you have to be careful because this is the medium. I don't know what world this is medium, but it's very large. This is the medium, and they also make a small, and the small is so small. I have one in the small that I should probably be showing you, but I'll show it at a different day. It's almost unusable for me, but I can make it work in extreme situations. So this one is the medium, and it is in leather. And then I was like, I really want another one. I think I got this for like $500. But anyway, it was, again, this is a few years old. This one has been to the beach. This one has been on impromptu. I remember, I think it was last summer, a year ago. We did this very impromptu trip down to San Diego, and this was the bag that I was carrying. I will never forget that because it was a wonderful trip, and this bag went on the beach and it carried all of our things. I think isn't this the bag? No, I ended up taking, okay, so I ended up taking this one to the San Diego Zoo when my daughter and I went alone, and it was comfortable for the whole day. So then I ended up taking this one to the San Diego Zoo when I went to Roar and Snore with my daughter's Girl Scout troop. And again, I was loaded down with stuff. There were stuffed animals in here. There was a water bottle in here. I was so loaded down, and it was still a very, very comfortable bag. This bag right now, I used it for one day, and it is got tons of stuff in it. So, ooh, sorry. And then finally, because I just had to, but I tried to make it a little bit different, I ended up getting this one. This was a bag trade. I did a trade on the RealReal for this. Is the Real? No, Rebag. Duh. I did it. It was Rebag, and I traded a bag that I wasn't using for this one. And this one is pretty much the same as you're like it's the same as the white one. No, it's black, and it has like, see, this one has the logo, and then this one has the logo like crossed out, and then this, and I added soy milk over here. So now it's different. And this one, so this is my latest addition in the black. So I now have it. I feel like I'm good. I don't really need it. And there's a red one, and I think there's a tan fabric one. And I had those at different times and then sold them because they just didn't quite work with my aesthetic. Except for the tan fabric one, it was like a wheat colored fabric one. That one was gorgeous, but the strap length was really too short. And it just was very uncomfortable to wear. So I ended up selling it, which was quite a tragedy, in my opinion. For you, you're like, oh, thank goodness, you do not need 4. But this latest one I acquired, it's probably within the last year, I would say, just through a bag trade. So I was so happy to get this one because it's like the white one. It really is the white one, but it just has something a little bit different to it. So I was happy that it was this particular one. They're very comfortable. They're very spacious, and they go from work to weekend. So I have very few bags that I feel like can do that. I could take these to the beach. I could take these to work, and I feel comfortable in both situations with these bags. The Balenciaga City, no. Even the mini Emerson tote that we talked about last week, no. Many of my Louis Vuitton bags, I do try to keep those specifically for work or for going somewhere special. Especially since like my favorite Louis Vuitton bag actually got a crack in it, and I've been horrified ever since. Because they can crack. So maybe mine won't crack, but they do. It cracked. So I tend to be a little bit more careful now with them. These guys can go to the pool. They can go out in the rain. I don't have to worry about them. I can pack a lunch in here because no 2 bags. We do not do 2 bags, right? So because of all of that, I feel that they're very versatile and because they're so comfortable. So just for reference, I will show you what I have in this puppy because I was carrying it all day. So at the end of a day, this is what my bag looks like. One day. One day. Do you hear my daughter like yelling in the background? Because, yep. Wallet. Sunglasses. 2 whatchamacallit candy bars. 2. It was like buy one, get one half off. So yeah. One of my new favorites is this Hourglass powder. I'll hold up the mirror. It has a mirror and a powder puff. So unlike the Charlotte Tilbury, it has a powder puff in there. So I'm very, I think that was my phone. My phone. I have so many cases for my phone, and yet we're still, this one is my favorite. Right? And then we're still going. Still has tons of stuff. All right. Hand sanitizer. A camera. You're like, you're using a camera. I am, and now I have another camera. This is the Insta360 Ultra. I'm gonna try this out for the next week, and I'm gonna get back to you in a week. My keys. a lotion. We're still going here, people. A lip balm. A teeny tiny breath. I haven't tried this yet. I was looking for the strips, but they had this, so sure, why not? Native deodorant. It is so hot right now. It's late at night, and it's not late. Okay, it's late for someone my age, all right? It's like 7 o'clock. Another lip balm. What else? A random receipt. That doesn't take up any room, I know. My mini pochette. One and only, guys. Like this. I will never carry a bag that can't carry this. I just won't do it. This is everything to me. This is the SLG of my life. I have a collection. My Nana had Hummel figurines. I have mini pochettes. Right? To each their own. Okay. We have a bunch of ginger candy in here. Oh. One wet wipe. Just one. I think I'm out of them. There's more. AirPods. And last but not least, the Rose Pocket Blush. Why do I feel like blush just comes off a lot? No, I've also been using this one. I don't know what color it's in, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't read. The fact that people could read this without glasses is astronomical. If you can read that, you could tell me what color that is. I don't know. I can't read it. But I've been using it on my lips as well as my cheeks. And this is the only thing I end up really reapplying throughout the day. Is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, it's cute. And that's everything that's in there. That's actually a lot. I also went to an event yesterday, and I was like the official photographer for the event. And I had 3 cameras with me, and they all fit. It was great. And then my daughter kept running up to me, here, hold this, hold this, hold this. It all fit. It was great. So I firmly believe if you are looking for, if you're only gonna have one belt bag, one in your collection, honestly, skip the Lulu. Just skip it. Just put it to the side, because you don't have to put that much stuff in here. It's very lightweight. It's versatile. It's cute. If we're going back to like that whole Y2K vibe, it's not Y2K at all. But this will come around too, right? Everything kind of comes around again, I think. I've been watching it. My students, they're great, by the way, but my students dress in outfits that I would have worn back in the day. So, I mean, it'll come around again, and I don't care. I am at that age where I just don't care. I like this bag. And so if you're in the market for a bag, a belt bag, save your money and get one of these, because you can get them for a very good deal, and it's the absolute best belt bag out there. It is the best. Is the Louis Vuitton High Rise still on my list of things that I would like to get? Absolutely. I would love to get that bag, but I don't have any money for new bags. I can trade for a bag, but I can't get new bags because I'm broke. And so, but this is keeping me happy. I love these 3 bags. I have one, I have a tan, I've got a white, I've got a black. I'm good. What more do you need, right? So that is my recommendation for the week. I know it's a very short video, but oh my goodness, let me just tell you, it's crazy. I have not had a moment to even think. My daughter has 2 auditions, and so things have changed. I did the whole Hollywood thing back in the day where you showed up to the audition. You had one chance, you read it, and you were done. Like you came prepared, you showed up, you did your slate, and then you left. And in some cases, I drove a very long time. Modeling when I was a kid was even worse, because we would take the bus to New York City, and because I'm from Pennsylvania, so we would go from Pennsylvania to New York. I would show up at the call, they would take a Polaroid, maybe 2, and then we would leave. Hats off to my mom. Thank you, Mom, for like doing all of that for me. It's crazy. But now everything, like after COVID, a lot of it is self-tape. And self-tape is amazing. And I don't use the Osmo Pocket 3, and I'm not going to use this little guy right here. You use your phone because that's just the way it's done. And she gets to do more than one take, and quite honestly, there are times, and she doesn't always listen to it, but literally I'm there coaching her in the background, which might explain why she hasn't booked many jobs. Yep. But no, but you know what I'm saying, for a kid that's her age, it's easy. Like, she fools around in between, she does cartwheels, she's completely like, you know, doing her thing. And the interesting part is I have to then edit all of this stuff. And casting directors have a very specific way that they want it edited. Some want it all in one clip, like all the scenes. Some of them want it like broken down, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, separate clips with the name and the character. Some want the slate on each clip. Some only want one slate. Some want the slate in the beginning. Some want the slate at the end. It's very different. So I have 2 things that I have to edit for her and get them sent off. I think they go to our agent first, and then it goes off to be submitted. But they're both due at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Well, again, let's just talk about motherhood here. She says she wants to do this, right? She wants to do it, she wants to do it, she wants to do it. And then it comes time to do it and to work hard, and she's not really down with that. She just wants to do it. She doesn't want to have to put in the prep work. So then there's a lot of arguing, and are we going to film this? And, you know, I'm like, well, I'm just going to call your agent and tell her that you're just not interested anymore. It's okay to be not interested, but we're not going to like put me through this. And then she's like, no. And she'll start crying. She's like, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. So then we do it. Oh my goodness. Like, what in the world? It's crazy. But 6 a.m.? Seriously? 6 a.m.? And they're both for the same, 2 different genres, but kind of for the both of them are sort of in the same company-ish. So I went like 6 a.m. really? But I have time because it's 7:27. So I have that going on. My dad has a doctor's appointment. It is my first sub day of the year. Oh my goodness, we just started. But we have to see if his leg is going to get amputated. He is not able to make these medical decisions for himself. Like, first of all, I can't take him. He has to go by transport, by gurney transport, because we got the gangrene thing going on. But they've been doping him up. He was attached to a machine, and now they're doping him up with antibiotics, like, consistently. But now we have to see how it's looking, and then if it looks okay, he continues on with this. And if it doesn't look okay, then he has to, not good. But that is a decision that we have to make together, because they will not allow him to make that on his own. And I don't think he really wants to make it on his own, but it's not something like, my husband's work situation has changed. It's not something my husband can help with, it's my dad, and I'm the only one that's got the medical power of attorney. So there's nothing I can do. And the doctor doesn't work, like, my school day is done at 3:35. And even if I would skip out on my conference period and leave at 2:30, like, I would never make it to his appointment, because the last appointment of the day is like 1, I think. I don't know. But we have to, it's one of those things that you don't want it to be sepsis, right? So you have to kind of jump on this. And we were gonna do it the day before school started. I had it planned, and then the man got pneumonia and ended up in the hospital. So, and why the doctor couldn't look at, I don't know, because this doctor is like an hour away, and then the other doctor is, it just is. So we got that going on. We're trying to get back into the groove for the school year, and I'm trying to deal with my husband's new work situation, and then it's so much. It is just so much. So here I am at 7:30 filming a video that is supposed to go up tonight, when, and I have all this editing to do. It's a lot. It is so much. It's okay. I'm sorry if that sounds like complaining. It's not. I'm not complaining. It's a great life. I'm very grateful for everything I have. I'm grateful to have a job and a family. And my daughter's really should be grateful for having these opportunities, but she's a kid and she doesn't quite get that yet. That's something that we recognize in hindsight. Like when I think of all of the primetime shows that I auditioned for and I blew it or just could have worked harder or gotten a coach or something, like mind blown. If I look at like all the parts I could have had, if I just, like I would, anyway, just again, we're just not gonna go there. But I think it's overwhelming at the moment, more so than I had anticipated. I think that sums it up. And so I think everyone should acknowledge when they're feeling overwhelmed. And I'm definitely feeling overwhelmed. But tomorrow's a new day. It's a new week. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And I'm gonna try to vlog this week with this little camera. I don't know. It's cute. I ended up getting it after the event though. I needed it. Well, I didn't need it for the event, but I wanted it for the event. And I've got an SD card full of event photos that never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, the point is, these bags will accompany me throughout the week. And they do great. Like I'll even vlog it for you. Like these bags, ooh, we could do like outfits of the day with them, and we can do, because really I'm testing the camera, but I could do all kinds of things with these bags. Think that over. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good week. I hope that I'm able to put a little bit more time and effort into next week's video. I actually knew, I knew I was going to talk about these bags. I knew it. This was my vision. It was my idea. It was the time. It's just the time factor. I have no time. But I found 21 minutes and 52 seconds. So maybe I shouldn't be complaining. So until next week, I hope everyone has a great week, and I hope that there's something in your life, whether it be a Gucci bag that you've purchased 3 times, or a new camera, or just time with your family, that brings you joy, and I will see you later.